Most gym rats will do something where they have their set, 45 seconds of rest, maybe even 30 seconds of rest, and then they go to the next set. Anatoly is religious with his sets. Not only does he do 3-minute sets, or 5 minutes when he needs it, but he has mastered the connection with his body where he knows exactly when his rest time is up. He doesn't use the time on his phone. Unfortunately, I'm not the same, I have to use the bell, but he knows. Actually, speaking of the bell was something I never used until recently. I would sit there and I would count to 45, but I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 45 over and over again. I thought that was enough time to rest. I thought that was ideal. And I would do that over and over and over, even to the point where it became almost like a mantra where I'd leave the gym and it would still be going in my head over and over and over. And I would trip myself up and I would laugh about it. I'd be like, that's so funny. I'm still counting to 45. That's not funny. That is insane. I would say that all the way home. The numbers would not stop. I could not silence the numbers. I'd be sleeping at night and I'd wake up and the numbers would be there. And I'd never be able to do anything because the numbers. It only happened when I was walking home. I don't want to start making people think weird things about me. But I genuinely believe this was enough time, because that's what everyone was saying. This is what the meatheads were saying. This is what the guys on Rose were saying. This is what the fake natties on YouTube were saying. And I believed all of them, even though these are the guys who are telling me that I can eat pizza every day, I can eat whatever I want, I can have 5 donuts a day, and I can still look great. So I'm not going to ad hominem, but it's kind of one of those things. And it's bad, man. It's really bad. I mean, you've seen people sit there and tell us that progressive overload, one of the things we can change in progressive overload is the rest breaks. I kid you not, there are people who will say to your face, yeah, you can progressive overload by having a shorter rest. Progressive overload? You mean the thing where you add reps, you add weight? That's it? You mean that thing? And you can progressive overload by shortening your rests? So you're telling me if I have less sleep, it's going to be progressive overload because I'm more fatigued and then I can get better results? That's incredible. I'm just going to stop sleeping, man. These people, these absolute geniuses, they really know it. They've definitely thought carefully about the sort of things involved. Like, they know their stuff, man. I can just skip sleep for a week and now I'll look like Arnold. I really have been overestimating the power sleep has. I mean, why have I been sleeping? I just shouldn't. I just should do something else. Like, I could work out in that time, maybe. I could have, 1 second rest breaks then. You know what? Maybe we have no rest break, and we just keep going. Tell you what. How about we have this leg exercise, which is basically step-ups, and we just keep going and going and going. Infinite reps, basically, with 0 breaks. I'm going to call this cycling. And I think cycling is going to really take off because the amount of muscle it's going to build, everyone you see who does cycling is going to have the biggest quads. They're going to look like Tom Platz, man. They're going to have the biggest quads. They're going to have the biggest calves. And this cycling, anyone who does it for a year or so will probably be able to squat a ton. Actually a ton. Not a ton as in a lot, but a ton. A metric ton. That's how good I think cycling will be. Progressive overload, man. We just reduce the rests. I hear many things, and the worst is when you try and tell someone they're wrong, not because you want to help them, because you see them misleading others. And when they do that, that's when it hurts, because there are people out there who are trying to get this amazing physique, maybe even people who came here, they're trying to get that, and people are lying to them. People are steering them astray. And that hurts me, because there are so many little things like this I see, and only I can spot them. Only I or someone above me in authority, or I don't want to say there's someone above me, although there definitely is, but only someone besides me with the amount of authority or above me with the amount of knowledge and wisdom can spot this sort of thing. And there are billions of people below me when it comes to this. That is not an ego thing. That is genuinely, we take the amount of people who exercise, we take the amount of people who go to the gym, we take the amount of people who are training for hypertrophy, we take the amount of people who actually know stuff about it, properly understand mechanisms, and we are left with less than that. So little amounts of people. And how do people think they're gonna really get there when everything they're seeing is wrong. It's unfeasible. And so you need 3 minutes between sets. People say that smaller muscles can get by with 2. But if you've done actually like a proper set of lateral raises, a proper set of bicep curls, those honestly knock me out more than like working my chest. There's something about it being so small, and there's something about the burn that comes with it that makes it harder. That honestly makes it harder. Legs are a different beast. Legs can have 5 minutes, man. At least things like the squat can. The squat to failure, boy. If I'm not taking a nap after, then I've done it wrong, right? But the squat deserves 5 minutes. The upper leg movements, leg extensions, hinges, they probably don't need as much. Although there are definitely some hinges. Like if we take RDL versus Good Morning, the fatigue is miles away. Of course, the Good Morning so tiring, so tiring, and the RDL is like relaxing, super relaxing. It's like a summer's breeze and like a glass of cold water. Like no biggie. No, but in all honesty, rest does matter, because when we're trying to get those effective reps, which is all that matters when it comes to growing, the effectiveness of the reps, like it's all about the volume. We're not trying to fill a glass of water. We're trying to put as much gold coins into the glass of water. What? Into the glass, I guess. And yeah, there's a ceiling. But the ceiling is the volume, right? And so if we can fill it with a denser metal, I don't know what I'm saying. That's an awful analogy. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make true. Basically, what I'm trying to say is there is a maximum amount of stimulus you can get, no matter what. Let's call this the glass of the contents of the beaker. And we can get there by pouring a ton of feathers, which is like spamming lateral raises, or we can get there by pouring a ton of like the densest, heaviest metal on earth, which is those absolutely brutal sets to failure, partials to failure, and then, I don't know, Zeus comes and like smashes your shoulder a bit more to get damage, which, as we all know, causes more hypertrophy, right, guys? So take your rest serious. Rests matter.